Living in this vast, dynamic world means we're part of an incredible blend of people. Today, we can travel in person or explore online, reaching the farthest corners of the globe. There, we encounter fascinating and unique cultures. Some might seem strange or even intimidating, while others remind us how similar we all are at the core. So, let's take a glimpse into some of these cultures. From ghostly masked warriors to death curses on Paradise Islands, here are 15 of the world's most intriguing and eerie tribes that you might not want to meet. Number 15, the San Bushman Tribes. Often called San or Bushman by outsiders, these terms are actually derogatory, stemming from Dutch and Afrikaans, meaning something akin to landless gatherers. The San people, who speak languages like Tiu, Ko, and Kazakh, live in the Kalahari Desert across Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, and Zambia. Despite their ancient way of life, they're facing modern threats. Governments have forcibly removed them from their lands, denying them access to water and forcing them into permanent settlements. Officials claim this is to protect the fragile ecosystem, but some suspect it may have more to do with diamond mining interests in the region. Ironically, the people who have lived in harmony with this ecosystem for centuries might just be the ones best equipped to preserve it. Number 14, the Chimbu Skeleton Tribes. The name might sound chilling, but it's often misunderstood. The Chimbu people of Papua New Guinea are known for their striking black and white body paint, which makes them appear skeletal. Originally, this was used as a psychological tactic to intimidate enemies, perhaps even to harness supernatural forces. Since their first contact with Westerners in 1934, much of the Chimbu culture has been diluted, especially with the introduction of Christian missionaries and coffee plantations. Today, these rituals are more likely to be seen at festivals, more for the curiosity of visitors than as part of their original purpose. Number 13, the Asaro Mudmen. Also from Papua New Guinea, the Asaro Mudmen were terrifying mud masks that you wouldn't want to stumble upon in the dark. The masks come from an old legend. A man attended a wedding in a hastily made costume of mud and a string bag, only to terrify the guests, who thought he was a ghost. From then on, the tribe used this fearsome look to intimidate enemies, though their goal was to scare off rather than engage in direct combat. Number 12, the Chukchi Tribes. Living in the harsh, frozen Chukchi Peninsula of Siberia, the Chukchi are a resilient people whose customs revolve around survival in one of the most difficult environments on Earth. Their spiritual practices involve shamans who, under the influence of magic mushrooms, communicate with spirits. While this might sound eerie, their rituals are deeply rooted in nature and survival. Interestingly, despite their challenging conditions, generosity is a cornerstone of Chukchi culture, with families sharing their scarce resources even with strangers. Number 11, the Night Marchers of Hawaii. Hawaiian legend tells of ghostly warriors, the Night Marchers, who traverse the islands during certain moon phases. Said to be the spirits of ancient warriors, these apparitions march to the beat of drums, carrying spears and torches. The folklore is clear: do not look at them. Those who do are doomed to die unless they are spared by a rare twist of fate. Some believe that if you're descended from these warriors, you'll be safe, but if not, there's only one bizarre way to escape. Stripping naked and lying face down in submission might just spare your life. 10. The Korubo Tribe. Deep in the Amazon rainforest of Brazil lives the Korubo Tribe, a group fiercely protective of their isolation. Known for their use of poison darts and clubs, the Korubo are often depicted as violent, but this reputation is largely due to conflicts with outsiders encroaching on their land. Despite their small numbers, they remain resilient against the modern world's encroachment on their ancient way of life. 9. The Suri Tribe. In Ethiopia, the Suri Tribe is known for their stick-fighting tradition, where young men engage in intense combat, earning the right to choose a bride from the village's women. This practice, combined with the elaborate lip plates worn by the women, makes the Suri one of the most visually striking and culturally unique tribes in the world. 8. The Aghori Tribe. The Aghori of India are perhaps the most extreme of Hindu devotees, practicing rituals that include consuming human flesh and smearing themselves with the ashes of the dead. For the Aghori, nothing is impure, everything, even death, is sacred. Their rituals, while shocking to outsiders, are part of their belief in transcending worldly boundaries and achieving spiritual enlightenment. 7. The cargo cults of Tanna. On the island of Tanna in Vanuatu, the John Frum movement is a striking example of a cargo cult, where islanders worship an American figure from World War II, believing that his return will bring them abundant riches. Every year, they reenact military drills and clear landing strips in the hope that John Frum and his cargo will return to bless them once again. 6. The Sentinelese Tribe. Perhaps the most isolated people on Earth, the Sentinelese of North Sentinel Island in the Indian Ocean are notorious for violently rejecting any contact with the outside world. This isolation has helped them preserve their ancient culture, but it has also made them fiercely defensive, with outsiders often facing fatal consequences for trying to make contact. Their hostility is rooted in the devastating effects outsiders have had on neighboring tribes, bringing disease and destruction. 5. The Korowai People. Famous for their towering tree houses, the Korowai Tribe of Indonesia has long been rumored to practice cannibalism and witchcraft. While these sensational stories may be exaggerated, the Korowai's unique way of life in the dense rainforest, coupled with their beliefs in the supernatural, continue to captivate and unsettle those who hear about them. 4. The Huli Wigmen. The Huli Wigmen of Papua New Guinea are renowned for their elaborate wigs made from human hair. These wigs, often adorned with feathers and paint, are not just for show. They represent the Huli's deep connection to their ancestors and their beliefs in spiritual power. Their striking appearance is both beautiful and intimidating, a testament to the artistry and spirituality of their culture. 3. The Dogon Tribe in Mali. The Dogon Tribe is known for their incredible knowledge of astronomy, passed down through generations. Despite being relatively isolated, the Dogon's understanding of the stars and the universe has long fascinated scientists and historians, challenging the notion that ancient tribes were disconnected from the world's intellectual advancements. 2. The Himba Tribe. The Himba women of Namibia are instantly recognizable by their bright red skin, a result of a mixture of ochre and butter that they rub on their bodies. This tradition, along with their smoke baths, stems from a lack of water and has become a crucial part of their identity. Their practices, rooted in both necessity and beauty, make the Himba a visually striking tribe. 1. The Kazakh Eagle Hunters. In the remote Altai Mountains, the Kazakh Eagle Hunters practice an ancient tradition of training golden eagles to help them hunt. This nomadic lifestyle is one of the most challenging on Earth, but it's also one of the most breathtaking. The sight of a hunter on horseback, accompanied by a majestic eagle, is both awe-inspiring and humbling, a testament to the resilience and resourcefulness of the human spirit. As you can see, the world is full of incredible people with customs and ways of life that are vastly different from our own, scary, perhaps. But each of these tribes represents a unique piece of the human experience, a reminder of the diversity and depth of our shared world.